Hi everybody, welcome to 4funzees. I'm Mech,
And I'm Johnny.
and we play games for funzees. And Johnny decided to clap his hands real quick. Anyway,
Nah,
we
close
are...
my 3DS. Nintendo Power, baby.
Oh, that makes sense. You mean you were playing games when we were supposed to be recording? What's wrong with
Quite
you?
the contrary.
Yeah, anyway, this is an experiment for us. We are trying post-commentary.
Right, so we're doing post-production commentary on some fantastic Mario Odyssey gameplay. However, due to extenuating circumstances, we're doing this over I guess you call it Skype. That's what kids call it these days.
That's what they call it? I
pardon-
didn't know that.
Yeah, pardon our audio. Anyway, welcome to the pseudo podcast. Enjoy. So today, what are we discussing, Mac? What's on the docket?
Let's just talk about what are some games you've been playing lately.
Ah, dude. Okay, so I've been running the gauntlet. It's funny you asked. Like this morning, I woke up and I wanted to play some D2, Destiny 2, and I went to go boot it up, and they're doing server maintenance. Boo.
Oh, man.
So I was like, fine, I'll go to my old faithful, which is ESO, and they were doing server maintenance. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I used the opportunity with a little bit of downtime to play some Bastion, because I haven't touched that in a while. And oh my god, such a good game.
Bastion?
Bastion. Who is that? Supergiant that makes Bastion? I forgot.
I forget, too. I don't know. I know what the game is, I just haven't played it. Yeah, you know how that is. It's like, you know what a movie or a game is, but it's like, you haven't experienced it yourself, so
right.
you don't really have
I think it is Supergiant.
I forgot. I forgot that happens in the recording. Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, that like you see what's happening? Like I actually get flipped off the wrong way. Yeah.
But so anyway, I boot up Bastion. I boot up Bastion, and dude, it's so much fun. Like it's the game with the narration and the little kid, and he's basically telling this old dude's telling the story about what the kid's doing. I did some challenges, and I was in there for like an hour. I ended up being late to work, but the point.
Productive use of your time there, my man.
Yeah, man. So I mean, the point is like, we need to go back to doing what's in your library, man, because we have some great titles that don't get enough love because they're a little older. I mean, Bastion's what, 5 years old now?
Yeah,
but
Bastion was pretty well loved when it came out.
Yeah, it was loved when it came out, but nobody's talking about it now.
True.
It doesn't make any less of a game. So I definitely want to, maybe Mario Odyssey not the time to talk about this, but I definitely want to revisit some of these older titles. I mean, just the look and feel of that game, the artistic direction, the music, just the narration, I think is what really set it apart at the time.
Yeah.
But man, it's such a clean experience, and because it's 5 years old, there's no like microtransactions or anything else that really taint the game.
Right. Yeah.
So it's the clean pick up and play experience, man. I highly recommend it to anybody. It's usually on sale for like $9 to $14. If you can catch it for less, then by all means. I'm not sure how many platforms it's on. I'm currently playing on PlayStation 4. But yeah, that's one of the games I've been playing. So what about you, Mick? What's been in your lineup?
What's been in my library? I've been playing Zero Time Dilemma, which I guess is more of a visual novel than a game, but it's got puzzles in it, so technically it's a game.
It's a game.
Yeah, but it has gameplay in it, therefore it's a game. Anyway, yeah, it's the last installment in the Zero Escape trilogy, which I've played the first two, have not played this one, so took a little while to grow on me.
Why is that?
Let's see. It has really unpleasant to look at cutscenes.
Oh yeah? What makes them unpleasant?
It uses the shaded CG, which would be awesome if it were more fluid, but it's not. It gets into the uncanny valley. So the thing is, once you get past that animation, like the previous games were
real quick. I'm an idiot. What's Uncanny Valley?
Uncanny Valley. You want me to explain like your 5?
LE5, bro. LE5.
LE5. It's that point where something stops looking cool and starts looking creepy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, let's compare how like a character in TF2 looks to a character in
I wanted you to jump rope so bad there. I'm sorry, go on.
in the compare characters in TF2 to characters in the first Mass Effect, as far as character models go. You know how like the game had that was actually pretty sick. How you just jumped off right there, or me? I forget who did it, but it's like that point is kind of if you compare the two models together, TF2 models are kind of like, they're cartoony. They're meant to be funny and amusing, right? Mass Effects, the characters are designed to look more realistic, but because the technology that made them that way is dated, they just look creepy now, comparatively.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or like, I guess even now, like Andromeda has its moments too, right?
I mean, they fix a lot of that, but yeah.
Yeah, when it first came out, yeah.
Stuff like my face hurts and stuff like that.
Yep. But yeah, that's what I mean there.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I don't want to derail, but I get it now.
So like the problem with these is the cutscenes aren't properly animated. It's more of just like it feels like mannequins with lips that move.
It's like animatronic.
Yeah, it's like I know they're lying. Their lips are moving.
Oh, their lips are moving.
I mean,
yeah.
Tell me, do you think I'm dumb?
Wow. Is that a Megan Trainor reference in the middle of a 4funzees podcast?
Yeah.
We've ascended.
We have ascended the memes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah. But I gotta admit, it's grown on me. Once you start focusing on the story more, the problem is that you have to deal with that to get the story. So I kind of just keep it on in the background while I do other things, or keep the audio going on in the background. See, back in the day, in the previous 2 installments, what you would do, it was a straight up visual novel. There was like no cutscenes or anything in it. Right? It was a visual novel, so you would advance your own. So it's like you're just seeing slightly animated sprites of them, right? Of the characters. You're not seeing anything really. It's not full animation necessarily.
Okay.
So that's something they changed in this one, and it does not work in the game's favor.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, it's not nice to look at.
So it's not pretty, or it's just not fun to follow.
The cell shading is cool. The story is actually not bad either. It's on par with the previous ones. If you can get past some of the characters, what I think is cool about this one is the story is non-linear.
Oh, nice.
The previous games, you could jump, you could change your decisions and stuff, but the story was still had to play the story in a certain order. This game, it's kind of split up into fragments, and you kind of just piece the story together based on the fragments you do. And the thing is, they may happen in different timelines from each other.
What? Different timelines?
The game, the game uses time. A major part of the story is time travel and multiple timelines and multiverses and stuff, right?
Gotcha.
So once they got rid of, I was saying something useful, but I forgot what it was. It's like once they got that stuff out of the way, or what was I saying? This is what happens to my mind when I'm tired, man.
It's okay.
Guys. Yeah, the story in the other games it was still a linear way. With the fragments, they take place in different timelines, and it's interesting to see based on what fragment you started with, trying to piece together what timeline they happened in.
Gotcha. So it's almost like a time mystery as well.
Yeah, you can bring up.
Mystery.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of ruined by the fact that there's a flowchart that helps keep track of that stuff, but
that ruins it.
It doesn't necessarily ruin it. It's more of a necessity. They call it an anti-frustration feature. They added it in the second game, Virtue's Last Reward.
Okay.
You can just instead of having to play through the whole thing again, you can just pick a previous timeline, or as part of the flowchart, you can pick a point in the different timeline to make a different decision.
Got some anti-frustration.
Yes,
I
that's
like that.
yeah. I borrowed it from TV Tropes, so don't act like it's an original.
I didn't say it was original. I just said I liked it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the point where you abandoned me. You're like,
I
I have to.
abandoned you?
Yeah, you popped off my head, and you're like, I have to blow my nose. I'm just gonna hang out here for 50 minutes.
Yeah. So an hour went by, and he had no hat.
Yeah.
For your sake, we went ahead and sped that time up so like a matter of seconds.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Traveling up buildings in
All right.
post-production.
What's a game coming out in 2018 that you're looking forward to, man?
I mean, there's Monster Hunter, right?
You tell me.
Yes, there's Monster Hunter, but I think what else is. I don't know. I actually haven't really paid attention to what's coming out in 2018.
So you run a gaming channel and you don't know what's coming out in 2018?
I'll pay attention to this stuff, man. I'm a retro gamer. I don't know about this newfangled gaming
Alright.
technology.
So what came out in 1988 this year? I mean, this time.
What came out in 1998 this year.
88. Oh, were you around 88? All right, we'll say 98. That's fine.
Yes, I was not around in '88, so
Oh man.
yeah.
How's that make you feel, guys? You feel old yet? You know, was it 2 days ago? The last of the 90s kids are now adults.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you count 99?
Of course you count 99.
It's 98.
Hmm?
It's 98, man. Or it's 18. It's 2018 right now, man.
Right.
Oh yeah, I died there.
You died.
That was
Nah.
interesting. Wah. Wah, wah, babe, Pharaoh wants milk. Someone fetch me a nipple.
What would 99 have to do with anything, though?
You said the last of the 90s kids, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not 19. Oh, you're right.
That's
It's
alright.
18.
I'll wait for you to catch up.
Yes, yes, it suddenly made sense to me.
It clicked. It clicked. That's all that matters, bro.
Yeah. Click. Like that movie. Click.
Oh, what a great movie. I love Adam Sandler's Fair.
Oh, really?
He can do no wrong.
That,
Yeah, man.
that totally makes sense that you would think that.
Why is that?
You know the stereotypes of Adam Sandler, correct? That's why I'm assuming that's
do
why you
not.
said that.
No.
That he's-
Enlighten me.
What, that he's garbage, you mean? You ever heard
Oh,
that?
really? Nah, man.
Yeah.
Is that why he doesn't win any Grammys and Oscars?
Yeah, that's a significant part of it, probably.
Basis on board.
Yeah.
We got a basis in the building, guys. Ugh.
Yeah, which means
Just
they probably,
bassist.
which means, in other words, they were guitarists that never learned to play guitar.
Is that what that is?
Yes, that's how a bassist is. Dude, I haven't shown you that video, have I? How to be a, there's a video from Spectre Sound Studios. It was like how to not suck at bass guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was, oh yeah, this is where Mario dances. We acknowledge that Mario dances. So, about bass guitars, yeah, that's what he says is like, what he knows is how bands form, right? Is that the guys who actually have talent are guitar and drums, right? The guy who can't play at all is manager, and the guy who sucks at guitar plays bass.
Oh, yeah? That's
Yeah.
how it works?
That's how it works.
Okay. It's like something you and your dad would put together.
It wasn't, yeah, I guess so.
Right. I should have been a manager. Sounds more up my alley.
Yeah, makes sense.
You can call me Uncle Johnny Zero Talent.
Unky Johnny, zero
Unky
talent.
Johnny. That's what my nephews call me. Unky Johnny. Unky Johnny.
Sounds Japanese.
Unky Johnny.
Johnny. Unky Johnny.
Unky
So
Juzane.
you're saying goodbye to people.
Unky Juzane. That's my Japanese name.
Juzane.
Just kidding. Juzane.
Yeah. What?
So, dude, I started watching anime again. And,
Really?
I went to my anime site, and I used our friend Giga as a reference to find some anime. And the first thing that came up was a show about a guy and his sister, and apparently she's an artist. And
I think
I
I
was
know.
like,
I think I know where you're going with this.
right. And so I got like 9 minutes in, and I was like, I can't watch this at work, and so I turned it off.
Oh man.
Now my interest is peaked. I'd like to see where this goes, but I definitely need something I can watch at work. Give me recommendations, because that's gonna get me in all kinds of trouble. I can just tell.
Let's see. I would recommend Fate Apocrypha, but the thing about there is some lewdness in there, so I don't know how if that would
Okay.
be usable for work.
I mean, Fate's a little different because at least everybody's an adult. I hope.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Okay. So I was reading a review on Fate, and apparently King Arthur has a son, and they're both technically women.
yes, Mordred, Mordred, King Arthur's female son.
Yeah, and King Arthur's female self,
King Arthur is a she, and
got somebody pregnant somehow.
yes,
Okay. Yeah. So
that's how.
anyway,
Yeah, I mean, it has more. I mean, it's a King Arthur tale. I mean, does it? It sounds like a knight's tale. A King Arthur
Knight's
tale.
It's a King Arthur's tale. We just suspend disbelief, you know.
Yes. But yeah. What else is good? How about one that I think was pretty good that come out was something of an recovery of an MMO junkie.
Oh, about the chick.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I do want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like the best thing ever. It was kind of predictable, but
So let me ask you. I'm a shonen head, right? I've always been a shonen head.
shonen head.
Now,
It's not
how
like
do you? I don't know. How do you transfer from being shonen into like slice of life? Like, how do you make that trend? What are some good transitional animes to kind of get me there? Because slice of life just seems insanely boring to me, but also because I don't really watch them.
Right. Let's see. Well, when you say shonen, you mean the big three, or do you mean like Naruto, or do you mean like any shonen?
Like, my favorite animes are Fairy Tail, Naruto, Bleach, and anything else with that kind of like style. I also like Trigun Psychopaths and stuff like that a lot. But those are kind of like one shots to me. Those don't really.
Yeah, those are action series. They're not.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not shonens. But what I'm getting at is, from shonen into that was smooth because there's still an action kind of thing that's happening.
Yeah.
So apparently there's a lot of good like not really actiony animes that I'm missing out on. So what do you say is a good transitional like, ease me into it?
I think.
Like, I don't want to go for Haruhi, but what should I like?
Well, Haruhi is more sci-fi. Well, it's
Okay.
it's combined sci-fi with slice of life, I guess. I guess if I were to come up with a recommendation, something similar to, okay, so you want like a slice of life but with a little bit of action in it, is what you're saying.
I think that'd be a great place to start, to be honest with you.
Because I can't think of anything like that. I don't know. There's
What was that show that's got a lot of like real dramatic scenes that kind of remind you of like a action thing, but they're not?
There's Toradora.
Okay.
That I don't know if you're ready for that yet. It's like a romantic comedy kind of thing.
A rom-com anime, bro?
Rom-com, yeah. Rom-com. Hey, Japanese rom-coms are actually, as far as I'm concerned, way better than Western ones.
Okay.
But
No bias there.
That's just me. Yeah.
Oh, that's just you? I'm sure someone would agree with you.
Okay. Well, my opinion is that.
Your opinion matters, Mac. It's your podcast.
Okay.
All right. What else?
It's pretty good. As far as like a good slice of life to get into, I don't know. Clannad is a big one.
Clannad?
Unless you're anti-emotion.
Who's anti-emotion? Name one person.
I don't know. Someone without emotions.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna get semantic with you. Okay. Understood.
Okay. Well, let's just say by emotion I mean you'll cry a lot.
I need something to shake the pipes loose, man. I haven't cried in a couple years.
Yeah, Clannad is the one. It's the one where you're like, because I was like the same thing. I was trying to like brave through it. I'm like, I'm a man. I can handle this. Stereotypical macho. Like men don't cry. Then I watch this and I'm like, ever since I watched it, it broken. Now anything that where I normally would try to hold it in, like the waterworks just kind of like flood out every time.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, homie.
Yeah.
This sounds amazing.
Yeah, so Clannad was the one that broke me for that. So yeah, that's a decent place to start because it's a romance anime.
Okay.
Ish. I mean, it's like kind of a comedy in the beginning, and then it becomes like a sadness-inducing roller coaster.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I'm not going to spoil it for you because that's part of the fun.
Okay.
Yeah. If defining fun as enjoying it, I guess. All right, what about you? Do you have any shonen that you could recommend to break me in? No.
I mean, you got the big three, right?
Yeah.
Not Fairy Tail, One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. I'd recommend none of those. I think that's just kind of like Naruto came out when I was in high school, right? So you're talking like 2002, 3, 4. We're talking about 15-year-old anime, okay? The Boruto series is probably not a terrible place to start because they did a heavy reboot and it's not the same thing. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, I would probably go with having not seen My Hero Academia. I think that'd probably be a great place to start.
Yeah.
But I think Fairy Tail is actually really solid because it's not as prolific as the big three, mm-hmm. but it gives you enough shonen and enough good storytelling to kind of keep you involved. It's not just a power fantasy. Like, there's actually well-developed characters.
Alright. Okay. Because I watched the first episode of My Hero Academia, but, mm-hmm. I need to watch some more of it, because it looks really interesting, based on what I've seen.
Yeah, I really need to see it. I keep seeing reviews and spoilers, I need to just watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can start DBZ Super. You don't need much history on that.
It's true.
It's just another DBZ. I mean, apparently it's much better than the original one. Dude, I love this 2D sequence. You were absolutely right. The sequence right here is like the highlight of this freaking game.
Yeah, the whole dance number that comes along with it too.
Yep. Like, I totally see them recreating this for the 2020 Olympics. Like, they're gonna so celebrate this thing.
Yeah. 2020. I thought it's South Korea that's doing this, isn't it?
No, not at all. It's Japan.
Okay.
South Korea might be doing Winter Olympics or something.
Because I keep hearing
Summer Olympics.
I keep hearing things about South Korea with the Olympics. Maybe they are. I don't know.
Well, what are you hearing?
Well, because North Korea is supposedly trying to build bridges with South Korea with this upcoming Olympics. So I figured that's how.
There's an Olympics this year, which would be the Winter Olympics.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
That might be what you're hearing. But the Summer Olympics got passed to Japan in 2016.
Oh. Okay.
Which we're going to, by the way. That's right, guys. You heard it here first. 4funzees will be at the 2020 Summer Olympics in Japan.
Yes.
Celebrating with Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Japan's #1 mascot, Bubsy.
Yeah. I mean, this is totally not news to me. I knew this from the beginning.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, it was my idea. Yes, that's right. It was my idea. Yeah, we'll be competing, actually, even. We'll take all the gold home.
Yes.
Even from the sports we're not competing in.
Right, we're gonna rob the fencers.
Yes.
We'll go in and we'll be gators. Get it?
Yeah.
They'll be fence, we will gates. So in this little sequence, Mech had the forethought to let me play as Mario. But then he got a little trigger happy with my hat. As you can see, I'm floating over barrels. Needless to say, his trigger happiness did save my life numerous times.
Yeah, that's because I was...
Except for that.
I couldn't...
And the time before that.
It's because I wasn't sure when your gameplay style was inconsistent. It was like you started to rely on it until suddenly you were annoyed by it. Yes, until suddenly you didn't.
I got annoyed when I was dropping on the barrels. It's like either you pick me up or you don't. but we ended up getting a groove
Yeah.
here.
Well, it's because I keep thinking you're going to go over, but instead you actually aim like directly for the barrel. That was
So that's what
confusing
keep me in the air. Reaction time, baby. You gotta keep you on your toes.
Oh, so we're trying to kill yourself on purpose then?
I wasn't trying to kill myself. I had extra heart. I just want to see if you'd let me die. There's a big difference.
Oh, I see. So it was a trust exercise.
Yes, it was a trust fall. Every barrel I hit was a trust fall. And by that logic, you failed. Like that. But then we got through it.
Yeah.
Because Donkey Kong takes 5 hits instead of your average 3.
I believe you miscounted there.
I did miscount. That was 3.
That was 4.
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1 is 3.
Yes. Yeah,
That's maths.
yes. That was 3 plus 1.
Mario with the boogie fever. So yeah, Fairy Tail's good. If you start My Hero, I'll start it with you. I definitely wouldn't mind having some commentary about that show on our show. Why not?
Show on our show? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Pauline with the hips.
yeah.
Love it.
Woohoo.
Mario is just mesmerized by Miss Pauline.
So So for those of you wondering, I did finish the first season of Apocrypha. Fate Apocrypha.
It's a seasonal anime?
The second season hasn't been released on Netflix yet. It has come out, but it's not in English yet. Not
English?
Not that the dub is anything to write home about, but it is a dub that you can play on in the background and not have to pay attention to.
So, guys, in the comments, I want you to leave us a note. Name one anime you've written home about, and you just felt compelled to write a letter and send it to your parents and say, I just watched this anime, I need to share it with you. We'd love to hear your recommendations. And it can't be Apocrypha, because Apocrypha's nothing to write home about.
Okay. It's something that exists. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the end of the episode, so,
Oh, God! Oh, man, I was enjoying myself.
Next time, on 4funzees.
Next time for Funzies, we'll be back to our live rendition of the show.
Yeah.
And we'll be continuing Mario Odyssey. We hope you enjoyed our little nonsense here, and thank you.